Hey Jamaica, welcome. This is Arise TV. Arise because we are at a point in our country where things are not going the way things ought to be going. It's as if Jamaica is on a path of destruction, a path where total destruction seems to be the only solution, as Bob Marley said. And it is time for us to wake up Jamaica to a point where evil will no longer be a factor in our society. In Jamaica, the murder rate is out of control. Inflation is raising its ugly head. And oftentimes we wonder if there is hope. If there is hope in this land. Jamaica is one of the most it's one of those countries with the highest murder rate per capita, and it seems like it's just gloom and doom. There are some of us. It's as if there's no Jamaican family who has not been touched by these violence crimes. And so this video is just to remind us of where we ought to be. You see, in Proverbs chapter 1 it says, Proverbs chapter 29 verse 2 it says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Is it that we are in a country where the persons who are supposed to be leading us are not leading us in the right direction? As the great Marcus Garvey said, never forget that intelligence rules the world and ignorance carries the burden. Therefore, remove ourselves as far as possible from ignorance and seek as far as possible to be intelligent. Are we Jamaica behaving as if we are intelligent? See, how can we say we are intelligent when a student was being unconscious for stepping on another student class? We have become such a vain nation that our shoes, the shoes that you wear is more precious than someone's life. Isn't that a crying shame, Jamaica? You see, as it says in this family, the family of Jahim Coleman is feeling so much pain right now because of the violence that was brought to his body by this grade 11 student, because he stepped on a pair of Clarks. In addition to that, it's as if he was totally forgotten that people would have just leave the young man to die if it weren't for his friends walking over nearly 500 meters to take him to a doctor. What would have happened? Have we become such a cold and callous country that we care no longer about the lives of our people? Where is it God in us? Where is it God in us? Why is it that we have become such a nation that is so vain, that has totally forgot who we are? But we shouldn't be surprised. We shouldn't be surprised by what this young this grade 11 student did to Jahim. Why shouldn't we be surprised? Because of the kind of vainness that has taken over our country. You see, when our prime minister can be boasting about the Clarks that he wears, how much more if he as a prime minister is putting so much emphasis on Clarks and shoes and material possessions, how much more these young people who aren't able to put things who aren't able to decipher the good and the bad, or not being able to process this, how much more they are going to take it in a materialistic way. You see, our country has gone down the wrong path. When our prime minister, when our leaders of government put so much emphasis on material possession. You see, our school children. See, gambling is such a big part of our country now that underage girls are gambling for sex. Risky high stake games on increase. Teenage girls using best to engage in explicit sex acts. Where are we going as a country? What are we doing as a country? You see, not until we come back to that place where the Almighty is the focal point of our lives, then we are going to be in serious trouble. You see, how can we spend $14 billion on fixing the Cornwall Regional Hospital, yet still the surgeries are being the surgery theaters have to be closed because of mold infestation? Is it that because our country is under a curse right now because we as a people have become so cold, have become so callous, have lost our way, and so the Almighty has removed His hands from us? Is that the reason? Our murder rate is out of control, as I said earlier. Approximately 32 people had their lives taken away last week in Jamaica. Jamaica has the second highest murder rate in the world, 52 per 100,000 people. The international benchmark is 30 murders per 100,000, as established the state of a civil war. So is it that we are in a state of civil war? Because if the international body I say, okay, 30 murders per 100,000 speaks to a civil war, and we are at 52 per 100,000, is it that we are at a civil war? Yet we have the government saying to us that they are going to be fining $1 million fine for person or prison time for person who are violating the Zozo. Where is the cry? Where is the cry for a return to the Almighty? Where is that cry? As Solomon said in 2 Chronicles 7, as the Almighty said to Solomon in 2 Chronicles 7 verse 14, if my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sin, and I will heal their land. That is the solution to the crime and violence and the suffering that's happening in Jamaica. We must recognize that we are the people of Yah. Until we recognize that we are the children of Yasharel and that the Almighty is calling us back to Him, then we will continue to suffer in this kind of way. When are we going to get back to that point where we can say before God and before Yah and all mankind, I pledge the love and loyalty of my heart, the wisdom and courage of my mind, the strength and vigor of my body, in the service of my fellow citizens. I promise to stand up for justice, brotherhood, and peace, to work diligently and creatively, to think generously and honestly, so that Jamaica may under God, increase in beauty, fellowship, and prosperity, and play a part in the advancement of the welfare of the whole human race. That is the kind of Jamaica that we seek. That is the kind of Jamaica that we expect. And we expect our leaders to lead from the front. We expect our leaders to reach out to the Almighty, to cry out to the Almighty, so that we can be healed. And it's all of us, every Jamaican, we need to reach out to the Almighty, so that the evil that is perpetrated in this society will go. Because as the Almighty says, no weapon forged against us shall prosper. When will we say that, Jamaica? No weapon that is forged against the people of here shall prosper. Peace.